Welcome to Paul's Learning Academy, where we do the research, so you don't have to. Here's how to tell if someone dislikes you and how to change that. Most people won't tell you they don't like you. They'll smile in your face, they'll be polite, they'll even have conversations with you, and then quietly keep their distance. But here's the truth. People are actually terrible at hiding how they feel. You just have to know what to look for. And once you start noticing these signs, you'll realize it was obvious the whole time. Now, I'm not talking about someone being openly rude or disrespectful. That's easy. I'm talking about the subtle behaviors, the quiet signals people give off when they don't like you, but still want to keep things socially acceptable. Let's get into it. First, watch their energy. This is one of the fastest tells. Don't just look at how someone treats you in isolation. Look at how they act with other people, and then compare it. If they're laughing, engaged, expressive, and present with others, but then suddenly become quieter, less responsive, or slightly distant when you're around. That shift matters. Maybe they stop making eye contact. Maybe their responses get shorter. Maybe their body turns slightly away from you. Individually, these things seem small, but together they paint a clear picture. People can fake words. They can fake politeness, but they struggle to fake energy consistently. So when someone's energy drops specifically around you, that's not random. That's how they actually feel. They're not enjoying your presence. They're tolerating it. Second, you feel like you're always chasing. This one shows up a lot in texting, but it happens in real life too. You're the one reaching out. You're the one following up. You're the one keeping things going. And their responses? Short, delayed, low effort. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. And the timing tells you everything. Hours go by, sometimes even days. But at the same time, they're active, posting, watching stories, talking to other people. Here's the reality most people avoid. Nobody is too busy for someone they actually want to talk to. If someone is interested, they make it easy. If they're not, they make it confusing. So, if it constantly feels like you're putting in more effort just to keep the interaction alive, you're not imagining it. You're chasing, and chasing is almost always one-sided. Third, there's no curiosity about you. When someone genuinely likes you, they lean in. They ask questions. They want to understand you. They're interested in what you think, what you do, what you care about. But when someone doesn't like you, that curiosity disappears. The conversation becomes surface level. You're the one asking questions. You're the one carrying the interaction. You're the one trying to keep it from dying. And if you stop, it dies. That's the test. Stop putting in effort for a moment and watch what happens. If nothing comes back your way, that tells you everything you need to know. Because people invest in what they value, and they ignore what they don't. Fourth, subtle, repeated disrespect. This is where a lot of people get confused, because it's not obvious. It's not someone yelling at you or insulting you directly. It's smaller than that. They interrupt you when you're speaking. They talk over you in conversations. They ignore your input in group settings. Or they make small jokes at your expense and brush it off as nothing. Each moment by itself seems insignificant, but the pattern is what matters. Disrespect doesn't usually start loud. It starts quiet and then repeats. And repetition is never accidental. If someone consistently treats you like your voice doesn't matter, that's exactly what they think. And finally, you're never a priority. They're always busy, always unsure, always saying things like, "Let's see," "I'll let you know," "maybe another time." But if you pay attention, you'll notice something important. They're not too busy for everyone. They're just too busy for you. Because when something actually matters to someone, they make time. They don't leave it vague. They don't keep pushing it off. They lock it in. So, if you're constantly getting pushed to the side, rescheduled, or kept as a backup option, you're not in their priorities. You're just convenient when nothing better is happening. Now, here's the part most people don't want to hear. Not everyone is going to like you. And that's normal. You don't need everyone to like you. The real problem is when you ignore the signs and keep investing your time, your energy, and your attention into people who have already shown you where you stand. That's where people lose confidence. That's where people start questioning themselves. Not because something is wrong with them, but because they're giving value to people who don't return it. So here's what you do instead. Stop listening to what people say. Start watching what they consistently do. Because behavior doesn't lie. Patterns don't lie. And once you start paying attention to those patterns, you stop chasing. You stop overthinking. And you start choosing people who actually choose you. And that changes everything.